The best banners in Dokkan history, and possibly the best units, are coming soon. But should you summon? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about whether or not you should be summoning on the upcoming banners for the LR Goku and Vegeta who fuse into Vegito Blue, and the upcoming LR Fusion Corrupted Zamasu. Now, these are two highly anticipated units, especially the Vegito Blue, and coming on probably what stands to be one of the greatest banners we've had in quite some time. So today we're going to focus on whether or not you should be summoning on these banners. So normally, when we do this, we go ahead and we take a look at three categories. 1, the units themselves. 2, what's on the banner. And 3, what lies ahead. However, this year that is not a possibility because we don't know what the units do yet. And we will not know till the live stream tomorrow, which will be almost 12 hours after this video is posted. So unfortunately, that asset of our normal recommendation will not be there. However, I can say if these units are anything like every other worldwide unit prior to them, for the time of their release, they will be some of the best units in the game. The same was true of Cooler last year. The same was true of Frieza and Goku the year before, and STR Vegito and Buhan the year before. So stands to reason that these guys are probably no different. So we can just assume based off that alone that that category is already taken care of. It is a must summon given that information, right? But it remains to be seen, and we will not know officially until tomorrow. So we're just going to jump right into the second aspect of our decision, and that is what's on the banner. We've talked a little bit about this before, but the banners for Worldwide Celebration are pretty consistent. They've held the same format for years. Not to say that it can't change this year, but let's just assume for the sake of argument that it is going to be, right? So this year we'll have LR Vegito on one banner, right? We'll have the previous worldwide unit on the other. So let's just assume Cooler is on Vegito's banner. Let's just assume that for the sake of argument, right? So Cooler's on Vegito's banner. That means that we will have, right? We'll have Vegito and his banner unit here. We'll have Cooler. We'll have the 7th year LRs in place of the 6th year. We'll have Namek, Goku, and Frieza in place of the Buhan and Vegito. Now, I could see them keeping Buhan and Vegito, for example, because obviously Vegito is on the banner as a, as the Goku and Vegeta Blue, so they might leave it on, but they also might not, considering he was just on anime. But then again, so are all of these guys as well. Up next, after these guys, and this will be true for both banners, whether we're talking about the Dokkan Fest A or Dokkan Fest B, it's a lot of the similar setup, right? So we will have the Golden Week units, their first return. So World Tournament Goku and Int Piccolo, where are they? Right here. World Tournament Goku, Tech Goku, and Int Piccolo should be on the banner if we follow this past year's format. The New Year's units will be on here. That is Goku, or I'm sorry, not Goku, Gohan and Piccolo from Dragon Ball Super Superhero, the LRs. They should be on the banner. It might be a little different because, right, this Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Kid Buu were TURs, so that would be adding an additional LR to the banner. So that one may not, be guaranteed, but I think it's a pretty high likelihood. But it would mean that we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LRs on the banner, and I don't know that they would do that. I mean, that's like an anniversary banner right there, but so that could be replaced with they might just keep Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu on there. So just keep that in mind, that that one's a little bit up in the air, right? Moving on, the rest of the units were more themed to the celebration, right? So Namek Goku ended up getting an easy A, and then if we look at the part 2, this metal cooler ended up getting an easy A. The same is true for this cooler here, right? So there's a good chance that the 2 easy A units that we're already aware of are going to be on this banner, right? And that is the AGL Zamos and Tech Trunks. They could do a separate banner for them, but I do think, you know, if we follow previous trends, the unit that EZAs is usually on the banner, right? So Tech Trunks and AGL Zamos have a good chance of being on the banner, and their EZAs might end up being quite good. Other than that, we don't really know. I mean, it's hard to say who the other units could be, right? I could see Future Gohan being on this banner, the Fizz or the Int one on one of the banners, whether we're talking about Dokkan Fest A, let's assume this is VEGITO, or the Corrupted Zamos, which is going to have all of the opposite units that I mentioned, right? So the AGL Saiyans will be on this banner, the Super Saiyan God's probably on this banner, the Full Power Frieza, the Piccolo, and the Piccolo, actually. Well, actually, they might swap that. This might be Goku, and this might be Piccolo, and then reverse on the other one, right? But, I mean, either way, the point still remains, because I think the banners share basically the same value. So, all in all, looking at everything that's possibly available, even if you're someone who has all the units, maybe you've only got them with 55%, or a singular, or like a singular dupe in them, honestly, I would still give the thumbs up for Summon, even, you know, knowing that a lot of it is still up in the air, because again, these worldwide units only come once a year. That's something worth noting, right? The next time we're going to see these units is Anniversary, the VEGITO Blue and the Corrupted Zamos. So that's something to keep in mind. The next time they're going to be back is Anniversary. To combine with that, everything on their banner still has insane value. UI Goku on the banner from last year was still good, right? AGL Cell still kind of, you know, still pretty good. Kid Buu still good, even though he doesn't have a 200% lead. Looking at the other one, Namek Goku began to find some use in some of the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone stages. This guy got an easy A. This guy got an easy A. This guy is still fun to use, right? This guy is okay. So, I mean, the banners are still insanely valuable, especially if you're someone who skipped out on, like, say, Golden Week, for example, to save for Anniversary. So I would give a yes in the category of Summon for what is on the banner. The units themselves are going to carry the banner, but everything else is just as equally valuable, especially if these guys' EZA ends up being really, really good, and they return the Gohan and Piccolo, as well as the Goku and Piccolo. So we've got one in the category for Summon for the characters, because we just know they're going to be great, and we've got one in the category for the banner. So now we need to look at what lies ahead. What are the banners that are coming up that may sway our decision? Well, first off, more than likely in October, we are getting this banner here, the Dokkan Festival Turless Banner. Now, this banner will come with Turles and his 2 banner units in much the same way that Ginyu's banner did, but to combine with that, this is also the return of both Yamcha and Bardock. They were combined to return onto the same banner. So this banner is insanely valuable, right? As even as a free-to-play player, even someone coming off of worldwide celebration where you may end up spending a lot of your stones, this is an insanely valuable banner. And if you're somebody who likes extreme units, you're somebody who likes Turles, something worth considering, that this will be the banner more than likely immediately after worldwide celebration. But you know, I would keep in mind that this Turles, he'll probably return next, like if we're talking global, he's probably going to return in April or June, more than likely. Following that, these two will be on the Halloween banner, guaranteed, right? So at the end of October, when this banner goes away, these guys will show up again on the Halloween banner, which, if the Halloween banner follows previous trends, it's going to be another insanely valuable banner. So if you're not interested in the Turles, but you need, say, like the Yamcha, consider that he'll be on that Halloween banner, along with the likes of God Goku, right? So something just to keep in mind, that will be coming as well. Following him in November, we will more than likely be getting this guy, right? So October, Turles is pretty much set in stone. November, December timeframe, it could be either or. We're getting the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? So if this is somebody you're waiting for, I know I certainly am, you need to consider how many stones you're going to be spending here on Worldwide if this is a character that you're after, because aside from the anniversary, this is going to be the next return of the Gammas, as well as the Vegeta and Trunks, who won't return again until Saiyan Day. So something to keep in mind. Following these guys, we will have Dragon Ball Heroes Celebration, but I know that's not a big one for everybody. It's a big one for me, but I know that's not a big thing that other people need to worry about. The next big thing you need to worry about following this guy is going to be the Dokkan Festival Trunks. He will either, so this could go one of two ways. This Goku could be November, and then this Trunks could be December, or Trunks could be November, which would be a weird thank you celebration, but I wouldn't complain. And then this guy will be December timeframe, so that way he can stick with his Part 2 LR. But following all of this, right, I don't necessarily recommend summoning it on this banner when it comes around. As much as I love Trunks, the banner itself isn't that great. It's the first return of 17, but that's pretty much it, right? You've got Majin Vegeta on here, who's still kind of good, but otherwise the rest of the banner is not that great. So especially because it's coming at the end of the year, and following that there will be the New Year's step up, always a big thing that people want to save for, and that is the last thing you need to keep in mind. If you're somebody who summons on the step up every year to kind of collect up your Dokkan Fests, ECAs, or LRs, just keep in mind that summoning on any of these banners may hint into that. So as long as you know you're going to have 600 by the end of the year, then just keep this in the back of your mind. So looking at what lies ahead, we've got time until the big things, right? November, December time frame. We've got time until the big things that we need to be worried about, like the Goku and the step-ups. So I would say in terms of what lies ahead, it's still a pretty good summon if you are, if you've got the stones, right? So we've got 1 in the category for the characters. We know they're going to be good. We've got 2 in the category for the banners. The banners are going to be great. We know that without even looking at them based on previous trends. And 3 in the category of what lies ahead, because we still got a bit before the next big thing that we should be worrying about. So all in all, I give this banner a thumbs up. Obviously it's up to you and your stones, you spend them how you see, but I would fully recommend anybody to summon on the banners, right? If you've got the stones, go for it, right? There's going to be discounts, 3+1s. There's going to be, more than likely on the global side of things, some paid tickets if you want to grab those. And, that again, these are going to be some of the best banners and one of the hypest characters we've had in quite some time. So all in all, I would say this is a must summon. No matter what your stone count is, definitely go for it, because by the end of the celebration, no matter how much you spent, it will give out almost 1,100 stones. So, I don't think you'll be hurting if you choose to summon for VEGITO Blue. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what banner are you summoning on first? Which one are you after? Personally, I think I speak for everyone when we're talking about going for VEGITO first, right? He's just that much of a hype character. So anyways, guys, that's it. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.